you're missing notes because of your posture and alignment. That's the first time I heard that terminology associated with music, like posture and alignment. And she was the one that introduced me about how to sit, how to move. And like when we're moving from left to right, we don't want to move like that. We move with our sit bone. So your sit bone, so your torso stays the same when you're moving from left to right. These things I've never thought about before, right? When you're sitting on your bench, you don't want to sit covering the entire bench. You want to sit like 3/4 of the way in. So in other words, someone should be able to sit behind you, you know? Another thing about sitting at the piano is that your legs, your knees should be able to slide right onto the keyboard. If you can't, it's too low, right? So that's another important thing. When your knees is under the keyboard, you only want your knee, just a little portion of your knee to be under. That's how you know your distance from the keyboard is right. Because we all have different length, different size torsos. And so there isn't one measurement to fit all. And so you use your own body, just a portion of your knee under the keyboard. That should be proportional enough for your hand. That's how you know you're sitting at the right height. When you sit, your feet should be flat on the floor, which means your thighs are supposed to be 90 degrees parallel to the floor. So if you're not 90 degrees, that means you're either sitting too low or too high. And that's why I recommend everybody get an adjustable bench so you can make sure that you're at that correct height. When your hand is on the keyboard, if your wrist is bent in either direction, something needs to be adjusted, right? Your wrist should be straight. And again, your forearm parallel to the floor. That's how you know you're sitting at the correct height. Another way you can tell is your navel should be in line with the keys. So if your point touching your navel and you realize that it's lower than the key bed or too higher than the key bed, that's another way you can indicate to know you're sitting either too low or too high. So all of this stuff falls under what you call posture and alignment. And when you have all of these things in place, it not only does it allow you to play better, it saves you from injury.